What I'm going to show you now is how to properly break down a hind quarter. Now what I've already done, just to save video time length, is I've already trimmed all the excess fat off of this hind quarter on both sides. Also any debris that would have got on here from field dressing. I just, right out of the beginning, I scrape all that stuff off, get rid of it. The fat is where you get a lot of your gamey taste, and obviously the debris and the leaves and the dirt and whatnot from being in the field, you don't want that. So first I start in from the ball socket, and I follow this bone to the front of the knuckle, right to the kneecap right there. And then I'll follow the back side of the bone around on the other side. I'll come in, cut in from this tendon, go to that shank, and follow it all the way up to that same cut. And I'll do this on all the sides. I'm going to peel this all off of here in one piece. Come around that joint, I bring all that shank meat around with it, go back into that knuckle, follow the bone around the front, and then I'll follow the bone around the back and get that meat off the back side of there all the way up to that ball socket. Strip that down, and right there you go, one solid chunk in. Now that I've got that separated, then I'll go ahead and separate. I separate 4 muscles out of here: my top, bottom, my knuckle, and then there's a piece that sits on top of the knuckle here, off that upper hip, that will separate too. You just follow the membrane. There's a membrane in between each of these muscles. And again, with a nice sharp knife like this, outdoor edge that we're using here, this is their boning series. We can follow that real easy and separate each one of these. There's a little gland in here. We take that out. And then I clean up any of this excess, this gristle here. It's just real tough, and we can throw it in the trim later. Clean any other fat that's on there. We got it nice clean on both sides. We can start a little pile of trim there. Okay, now we'll take the knuckle and just, again, split these off, follow those membranes. This would be your sirloin tip. And I'll trim any of this blued. This is where you get real tough. We'll trim that off of there. Add that to our trim pile. Now we've got our knuckle, our peeled knuckle. And here's that smaller piece of meat that I was referring to earlier. I also peel this off. You know, this here was a 1.5-year-old buck. Some of your does, this won't be a very significant size of meat. But right here, you know, you get a few nice little steaks out of that guy. And we'll add the rest of that to that trim pile there. So now here's your big guy. This is going to be your top round. This is your nice, these steaks turn out real pretty. Just kind of clean him up. Do the blued down. Peel these off. We got a little trim of fat there I missed. We got a trim pile. We've got 4 sections of steak, all split up from the hind quarter, ready to rock, whether we're cutting jerky or steaks or whatever it may be.